Hello everyone, I am J. Krishnamraju. I am working as Senior Audit Officer in Regional Training Institute. Hope you all are fine. Today I would like to give my presentation on the 6th Pay Commission and the 7th Pay Commission. And I want to discuss basic features, how the pay is fixed in 6th Pay Commission and 7th Pay Commission. Before understanding about the pay fixation in as per 7th Pay Commission, I want to discuss a few basic features on 6th Pay Commission. 6th Pay Commission is effected with effect from 1st January 2016. 6. The minimum basic pay was awarded 5,740 and maximum was 90,000. Annual increment was 3%. Here in 6th Pay Commission, basic pay means band pay and grade pay. I want to discuss how the pay is fixed with reference to 5th Pay Commission to 6th Pay Commission. In 5th Pay Commission, the scales were as per column 3, 2,550 plus dash 55 dash 2,660 dash 60 or 3,200. But as compared to 5th Pay Commission, scales are revised in column 5th and grade pay is attached to the post is mentioned against each column. How the 6th Pay Commission is fixed with reference to the basic features mentioned in the recommendations of 6th Pay Commission. 6th Pay Commission is effective date is 1st January 2006. Whatever existing pay as on 1st January 2006, which were drawing with reference to 5th Pay Commission, will be treated as basic pay as on that date, and multiplication factor is 1.86. The basic pay is multiplied with the factor of 1.86. The resultant figure will be the basic pay of the employee in 6th Pay Commission. In addition to grade pay attached to the post is added to the basic pay, and both are clubbed together, treated as revised basic pay and grade pay. That is nothing but basic pay is a combination of pay in the pay band plus grade pay in 6th Pay Commission. You take an example. Mr. Prasad is drawing a pay scale of 4,100, 6,000 as an auditor to a post carrying a pay band 5,200-20,200. Fix his initial pay in 6th Pay Commission and find out next date of increment. What he will be his next date of next increment. Here the employee drawing 4,000-100-6,000 is the scale in 5th Pay Commission. The pay band applicable in the 6th Pay Commission is 5,200-20,200. He was drawing 4,800 in the pay scale of 4,000-100-6,000. Here the pay of the official has to be fixed with reference to 6th Pay Commission. So basic pay was the 4,800 multiplied into fitment factor is 1.86. After multiplication of fitment factor of 1.86 to 4,800 is equal to resulted figure is 8,928, which is rounded to next multiple of 3 and next multiple of 10. That is resulted figure is 8,930. The grade pay attached to post is 2,400. After adding both basic pay and grade pay will be the revised figure, revised basic pay as on 1/1/2006 of the employee is 11,330, which is the after multiplication of 4,800 plus 2,400 attached to the post of the post in the form of grade pay. Both are clubbed together, treated as revised basic pay in 6th pay commission. Normally, those who are drawing revised basic pay as on 1/1/2006, on completion of 6 months, he will get next increment, that is 1st July 2006. How the increment is sanctioned in the revised pay structure of 6th pay commission. Suppose if an employee is drawing for 9,300 in the revised pay, grade pay is 4,200. Total pay is nothing but both pay and grade pay should be added and treated as basic pay for the purpose of increment. Not only for the purpose of increment, it is both basic pay and grade pay is treated for calculation of DA, HRA also. Now, the rate of increment will be decided based on the basic pay in the pay band plus grade pay. Both are clubbed together, and here resultant figure is 13,500. We have to add, we have to multiply 3% is the rate of increment. Resultant figure is 405 rounded to 410. This 410 should be added to the revised basic pay only. Grade pay should always be shown as separately. After sanction of increment from 9,300 to plus 410, his pay after sanction of increment is 9,710. Grade pay is applicable to the post is 4,200. Here, initial pay fixation of Group D employee in 6th pay commission is employee who is drawing 2,500 scale in the 5th pay commission. In 6th pay commission, for equivalent pay band is 4,440-7,440. The employee is drawing for 2,840 in the 5th pay commission. After multiplication factor of 1.86, the resultant figure is 5,282 rounded to 5,290, which is multiple of nearest 10 of 5,282. Pay in the revised pay band is 5,290 and grade pay attached to the post is 1,300. Both are together clubbed and revised basic pay as on 1/1/2006 is 6,590 and next increment is 1st July 2006. Now I want to discuss about the 7th pay commission. 7th pay commission is implemented with effect from 1st January 2016. In 7th pay commission, 18,000 is the minimum pay, 2,25,000 is the maximum pay. Annual increment is 3%. As compared to 5th pay commission, in 6th pay commission, grade pay and pay band is abolished and recommended a new pay matrix. Before going from 6th pay commission to 7th pay commission, what are the changes? In 6th pay commission, pay band and grade pay was there. In seventh pay commission, both are abolished and pay level is introduced. What are the levels? In seventh pay commission, levels are introduced. That is nothing but pay levels. In sixth pay commission, pay band and grade pay were merged and entry pay is fixed. Entry pay is nothing but add of grade pay, pay band in sixth pay commission plus grade pay put together and treated as entry pay, and after multiplication of fitment factor for 7,000, the minimum pay is arrived in seventh pay commission. Here multiplication factor is 2.57. While seeing this table, these levels are 1, 2, 3, 4. This is functional hierarchy of the post, and the vertical levels are nothing but financial progress, annual financial progression of the employee. After adding 3% of increment, next column will be arrived. This is a table designed for the use of the employees in order to identify easily with the annual progression of 3% of increment in basic pay, which is given in a particular column. What is the seventh pay matrix table? Here there are two dimensions we have already discussed. Horizontal range is nothing but enhancement of functional role. Functional role is nothing but it is a attached to the post held by a particular employee drawn by in a particular post. Vertical range is annual progression within each level. That is nothing but financial progression for each employee with reference to the pay in which he was drawn earlier. Pay matrix is implemented with effect from 1st January 2016. How the pay is being fixed in seventh CPC, existing pay which was drawing in the form of pay band plus grade pay in sixth pay commission, which will be multiplied into 2.57 as a fitment factor and locate the figures which is equivalent in his new pay matrix. If it is not available, next higher to be fixed as his new pay in that level. Suppose take an example, a person who is drawing 4,200 as his basic pay, his grade pay is 4,200. After multiplying, how we can arrive his new pay? Here 4,200 is the base, his grade pay. A person who is drawing 20,000 plus 4,200, 24,200 into 2.57, it will be resulted as 62,194 rounded to the nearest multiples of 100, that is 62,200. The figure is available in column 20th column of 62,200, because if exact figure is not available, we have to go locate it to the next higher pay. Take another example. If a person who is drawing 46,340 plus grade pay is 8,700, his revised pay, his pay in sixth pay commission is 55,040, After multiplying of 2.57 as fitment factor, his pay is rounded off to 1,41,453. 1,41,453 is not available in the table. Hence, nearest figure will be the 1,41,600. That is, we have to look at here 8,700 is grade pay. Here 1,41,600 cell number 7 of the table. In this way, we have to locate the revised pay in the new pay matrix of 7th pay commission. Take another example, how we fix the pay. If a person drawing 10,160 plus 2,400 in his grade pay in sixth pay commission, how we have to fix in 7th pay commission as on 1/1/2016. Employee is drawing 10,160 pay in his pay band and grade pay is 2,400. Both are clubbed together and multiplied with the fitment factor 2.57. Resultant figure is 32,279. Rounded off to nearest 100. Now nearest 100 means 32,300 rupees. So revised pay in pay level in 7th CPC is 32,300 is the revised pay of the employee in 7th pay commission as on 1/1/2016. This increment will be sanctioned after completion of 6 months, that is 1st July 2016. How the increment will be calculated? Whatever the pay 32,300 into 3%, 969 is the figure rounded to nearest 100. 969 rounded to 100. 100 nearest 100 means it is nothing but 1,000 rupees. We have to add the 1,000 rupees with the whatever revised pay is fixed as on 1/1/2016. After adding increment, the resultant figure is 33,300 of the official who is going to draw as on 1st July 2016. How the pay fixation will be done in 7th pay commission. Pay fixation will be done in the new scales either on promotion or new pay commission announced by the central government. Here there are two options for an employee who fixes his pay either from the date of promotion or the date of his next increment. Here one factor for option on the date of promotion order itself, the option has the employee should exercise his option whichever is beneficial to him. This option he has to exercise within 1 month from the date of which the office order was issued. How the promotion on the date of promotion if pay fixation is to be done. On the date of if an employee opted a date of promotion on which his pay is to be fixed, first we have to take the basic pay of existing pay and add one notional increment, that is nothing but promotion increment in his old scale, and place the pay either equivalent if it is available. If it is not available, next higher stage in the promotional scale. If the same amount is not available in the promotional level, next stage has to be given in the pay level of the promotion. Here the official has to decide which is the benefited, either date of promotion or date of increment. He has to choose whichever is beneficial to him. And one thing I want to mention here, if an option is beneficial, if the increment is more than due more than 6 months, he has to exercise the option of date of promotion. If the increment is less than 6 months, it is better to give the option from the date of increment. Let us do with an example. If a person is drawing 28,700 in the seventh pay commission under a pay level 4, promoted on 1st January 2017 in the to the post of same pay band in level 5. He is promoted from level 4 to level 5, fix the pay and date of increment. He is drawing 28,700 in 7th pay commission under level 4 and promoting into level 5. First we have to give one increment, that is increment on lower post 28,700 into 3%. Resulted figure is 861 rounded to nearest multiples of 100, that is nothing but 900. So we have to add 28,700 plus 900. The after adding the pay in his earlier post, resultant figure is 29,600. If 29,600 is not available, then we have to go next higher stage of the pay in uh, amount in available in level 5. That is amount 29,600 is not available in that level. So 30,100 is available. Then it is fixed as his pay in level 5 of the employee on the date of his promotion. Next increment will be the official got promotion on 1st January 2017. After completion of 6 months, he will get next increment, that is 1st July 2017. Take another example. If an employee who got promotion on 15th March, he opted his pay to be fixed with from the date of his next increment. Find his pay and identify the date of next increment and pay of the next DNA. The employee is promoted on 15th March. 16th March he was promoted. Earlier he was drawing the pay of 80,000 in lower level of the post is under level 10. On the date of promotion, first we have to give the higher stage. If it is equivalent stage is available in higher level, we have to place the pay on the date of promotion. We should not fix add any notional increment from the date of promotion because he opted from the date of his next increment. On 1/7/2018, he got his increment with reference to his old post. One increment is given in his old post and add one promotional increment and find out the whether equal stage is available or not. If equal stage is not available, we have to find out the next stage, that is 85,800 is available with a reference to 84,900. 84,900 is not available in his promotional scale. Hence, next higher stage 85,800 is available. Hence, it is fixed his pay on the date of his next increment as 85,800. He opted, though he promoted 16/3/18, his next date of increment will be 1st January 2019 after completion of 6 months. Next, increment. Increment in 7th pay commission, there are some facilities have been extended to the employees. Earlier in 6th pay commission, there was only one date, that is July was given as 1st July only one date was given, but in 7th Pay Commission, 2 dates were announced. A employee, based on his suitability, he has to opt either January 1st or 1st July of every of that year. If an employee entitled to only one increment, that is from the date of appointment, promotion, or upgradation. If an employee joined between 2nd January to 1st July, he will earn his increment on 1st January. If an employee joined on 2nd July to 1st day of January, he will get 1st July of next. After completion of 6 months, he will get next increment. Here in 7th Pay Commission, 2 dates were already announced. The rate of percentage is 3%. The increment will be given after completion of 1 year. Here, with this table, I want to discuss. With this illustration, I want to discuss how the increment date will be arrived. Suppose if a person joined on 2nd January, he will not complete 6 months service as on 1st July. Hence, his increment will be 1st January 2017. Suppose if an employee joined on 1st July, his increment will be given on 1st January 2017. Suppose if an employee joined on 1st January, he will get his first increment on 1st July 2016 itself. Suppose if an employee joined on 1st July, he will get his next increment is on 1st January 2017. Suppose if an employee joined on 2nd July, he will get his increment after completion of 6 months, that is 1st July 2017, because he will not complete 6 months service as on 1st January. Suppose if an employee got promotion or appointed on 1st July 2016, he will get first increment after completion of 6 months, that is 1st January 2017. Take this example. Suppose if an employee joined on 1st January 2018, what is his increment after completion of 6 months? He will get 1st July 2018. Suppose if an employee promoted or appointed or any financial upgradation, if it is happens to be 2nd January, after completion of 6 months, only he will get increment. His next increment will be 1st January 2018. Suppose if an 2nd January happens to be 1st January happens to be a holiday, the official reported on 2nd January. It is not his mistake. Hence, his next increment will be given 1st July 2018 itself. Suppose if 1st January is working day, employee reported on 2nd, he will get next increment on 1st January 2019. Suppose if an employee reported or joined on 3rd March, he will get his increment after completion of 6 months, that is 1st January 2019. Suppose if an employee joined on 30th June 2018, it is also he has to complete 6 months of service, then only he will get increment, that is 1st January 2019. Suppose if an employee joined on 1st July, he will get his next increment 1st January 2019. Suppose if an employee joined on 2nd July 2018, if it is, suppose if 1st July happens to be a Sunday, he reported on 2nd, his next increment will be on 1st January 2019 itself. Suppose if 1st July happens to be a working day, 2nd July, he reported on 2nd July, next increment will be 1st July 2019. Suppose if an employee joined on 1st January 2019, his next increment will be 1st July 2019. 19. If you compare these dates, it is very clear. This is the solution. Date of increment. While from how the pay is to be fixed if an employee opt from the date of increment, we have to see whether the same stage is available or a higher stage available in the during the promotion. From the date of promotion to intervening period of date of increment, we have to see whether same scale is available or not. If same scale is available in the promotion post, we have to fix his pay same, or otherwise next higher stage should be granted in the promotional scale. On the date of increment, he will be granted 2 increments, that is one on completion of 1 year service in his old post, that in the form of annual increment, and second increment will be given for promotion. While computing these 2 increments, basic pay prior to the date of promotion shall be taken. That is, pay should be fixed with reference to his old post. What are the periods count for duty? All periods of duty will be count for increment. If in case service in another post other than the post carrying less pay is also countable. Deputation out of India, foreign service, all kinds of UL without MC, UL granted, and medical service, civil commission studies. These are all are counted for duty for increment. The periods which are not counted for duty is period of suspension, overstay of leave, days none, will not be counted for increment. With this, I want to conclude, and in order to how you are understanding, I want to give you 5 questions. You have to answer this. These are the very simple. If you watch my video, automatically these questions can be easily answerable. The fitment factor in 6th pay commission and 7th pay commission. The increment is due to release on which month in 6th pay commission. The months of increment due to release in 7th pay commission. If an official promoted in March and his increment is due on July, then which option is beneficial to official? If an official appointed on 2nd July, the month in which the date of his increment will be released. With this, I want to conclude of this presentation. This is the second part of pay fixation. I want to do more exercises in the third part of pay fixation. Thank you.